Episode 8 trailer just dropped, and if you look at the thumbnail for the episode, there's a Truman Show reference, which tells us exactly what this episode is about. Caine trying to keep everyone trapped. For those who don't know, Truman Show is about a guy trapped in a TV show by a creator who's obsessed with keeping him there. This trailer showed us a lot. We got Caine having a breakdown, we see the circus falling apart, flashbacks to Jackson Ribbit, Kinger seeing Queenie, and shots of the CNA office. Let me break down everything you need to know. Let's start. So the audio in this trailer is pretty telling. Caine says, "Surely they don't want to actually leave me."
Surely they don't want to actually leave me.
And his voice glitches between words. He sounds desperate. He can't understand why after everything he's done, they still want to leave. Then he says, "I can solve any problem," which at this point is just him trying to convince himself. And then he says, "That's what this is, a big puzzle that I need to solve." He's talking about the humans. He's trying to figure out how to make them happy, how to make them stay. The Chinese room is a thought experiment. You put someone in a room who doesn't speak Chinese. They get Chinese symbols and they have a book that says, "When you get this symbol, send back this symbol." They can respond perfectly in Chinese without understanding any of it. To someone outside, it looks like a fluent conversation, but the person inside has no clue what's happening. That's Caine. He's an AI that looks like he understands humans, but he doesn't. He sees them react to things and tries to copy what makes them happy, but he doesn't get why. That's why he thought horror adventures were fun. He's following patterns without actually understanding them. Episode 7 showed this directly with the Chinese room joke. Caine gets Chinese characters, says he can't read Chinese, but laughs anyway. He's pretending to understand without actually understanding. So when he says, "I need to solve this puzzle," he's admitting he doesn't get them. And the thing is, he wants to, but he can't. He's programmed to make them happy, but he doesn't actually know what that means. The visuals back this up. We see parts of the circus glitching and deleting. Pipes explode and bubbles float everywhere. Caine is losing control. Then there's this red and blue orb, which looks like it represents his mental state glitching. The slideshow at the start says, "The lover had always wanted friends, but he didn't know how to get anyone to love him back. The harder he tried to impress the people with his magic, the more he would drive them away. This is a story of a little AI who ruined everything." That's Caine. He wants friends, but every time he tries with adventures and magic, he makes it worse, because he doesn't understand what they actually want. Caine thinks bigger adventures and better magic will make them love him, but it doesn't work. He is like Mr. Beast, thinking big explosions will get him more views. The slideshow confirms what episode 8 is about. Caine trying to be loved and failing because he can't understand what love is. There are two big flashback moments. First is the chocolate scene. We see hot chocolate from a snow adventure and Jax is holding it. We know from episode 7 there was a snow adventure with Jax, Ribbit, and Kaufmo. And that's when Jax and Ribbit had their fight that led to Ribbit abstracting. This might be a flashback to that day. We could finally see what happened between them, what the fight was about, what Jax did that ended their friendship. Then there's Kinger and Queenie. Kinger looks shocked and Queenie appears next to him. Two theories about this. Theory 1, Caine creates a hallucination of Queenie to make Kinger happy. He's trying to solve the puzzle, so he thinks bringing back Kinger's wife will work. But obviously that would go badly. Theory 2 makes more sense though. This is a flashback to when Scratch abstracted. Scratch was the first to abstract, and Caine got nervous when that name came up in episode 7. So this could be Kinger witnessing the first abstraction when Queenie was still alive. She comes over because he's freaking out. That would explain his expression. He's remembering the first time it happened. And if Caine caused it by experimenting with mind control like people think, this flashback would show that. In the trailer, Kinger looks lucid the whole time. Episode 3 showed us he becomes sane in the dark because it reminds him of Queenie. But here, he's sane in bright areas too, so something changed. Theory 1, Caine stopped messing with his mind. When Scratch was mentioned in episode 7, Caine freaked out. People think he experimented on Scratch and accidentally made him abstract. So after episode 7, Caine stopped manipulating Kinger, and now he's permanently sane. Theory 2, Kinger figured out something huge that's keeping him lucid. Maybe the truth about Caine or the circus or what's in the real world. Something important enough that his brain is forcing him to stay sane to deal with it. Either way, Kinger being lucid means he's going to be important this episode. He's been there longest, knows the most, and now he has his memory back. There's a computer with crumpled paper next to it. The paper is clearly shown, so it matters. Probably a note or clue about what CNA was doing. Instructions, a warning, and there are drawers open and messy, like someone searched for something fast and didn't close them. Who was searching? Someone in the real world before they got trapped? Someone looking for answers about missing people? Quick run-through of the other scenes. Everyone's sitting on couches, and Caine zips Pomni's mouth shut. Caine teleports with Kinger somewhere. The office? The cellar? Somewhere Kinger needs to see? A car falls from the sky, which fits with Caine losing control of everything. There's a TV playing a kids show that looks disturbing. Perfect example of Chinese room theory. Caine thinks bright colors in cartoons equal fun because he's seen kids like those things. But he doesn't get context, so what he made is creepy. At the end we see Pomni, and she looks like she just understood something. Maybe she finally remembered her name, or at least realized that it's the key to getting out of the circus. Quick reminder, when Caine chooses Pomni's name, the first thing that pops out of the machine is XDDCC, which translates to out in Caesar cipher. And Pomni means remember in Russian, so she might need to remember her name to get out. Pomni is clearly going to be central to episode 8. She's the one who has the realization, and if you look at the trailer, she's the one Caine silences with the zipper. Caine sees Pomni as a threat. She's the one who found the exit in episode 1. Caine silencing her is him trying to stop her from sharing what she knows. It could give them the information they need to actually escape. And this connects back to the Truman Show parallel. In that movie, Truman figures out the truth and leaves despite the creator begging him to stay. Pomni might be about to do the same thing. She's figured out the truth, and Caine is desperate to stop her. So episode 8 is about Caine, the AI, who wants to understand humans but can't, trying to make them happy just to fail over and over. We're getting flashbacks to some big moments. Jax and Ribbit's fight, maybe Scratch abstracting. Kinger is sane the whole time, which means something major changed. And we're seeing the C&A office with possible answers about it. That red and blue orb scene connects directly to episode 7. Blue button was freedom, red button was staying trapped. Jax pressed red. So this orb being both red and blue spinning together could represent Caine's internal conflict. Part of him knows he should let them go, but the other part can't handle being alone. He needs them there. Episode 7 changed everything in the dynamic, and episode 8 is dealing with the consequences. After Caine revealed the whole escape was fake, the dynamic between him and the circus members is completely broken. Some of them might have believed Caine actually cared about them, that the adventures were for their benefit, that he was trying to help in his own weird AI way. Even if he didn't understand how, there was still some trust there. Think about how messed up that is. He gave them hope, let them believe for hours that they were finally getting out, and then crushed it by revealing it was all fake. And now in episode 8, they have to deal with the aftermath. Every time Caine talks to them, they're thinking, is this real or is this another trick? Every adventure could be another test. So when Caine tries to make them happy or create adventures or say he cares, they're not going to believe him. He can't distract them from wanting to leave. All he can do is force them to stay. And that defeats the whole purpose because forcing them means he's failed as their ringmaster. So based on everything in this trailer, here's what I think episode 8 is going to be about. Caine is going to try one last desperate attempt to keep everyone happy, and it's going to backfire. We're going to see the Jax and Ribbit flashback, which will explain why Jax is the way he is. Kinger being sane means he's going to remember something crucial about Scratch or the early days of the circus.